For years, the quiet streets of Anchorage looked like the last place on Earth where a nightmare could hide. Surrounded by the icy wilderness of Alaska, the town was known for resilient people, hard-working families, and a strong sense of community. That is why no one ever suspected that a respected local baker, a man who served warm pastries every morning, was living a double life built on terror. Robert Hansen blended into the community with unsettling perfection. He had a business, a wife, 2 children, and a reputation as a skilled hunter who loved exploring the sprawling wilderness. To neighbors, he was polite, quiet, almost shy. To customers, he was just the man who sold pastries and made small talk. Yet behind the smile was someone who carried a lifelong hunger for domination, control, and cruelty, one carefully hidden beneath the mask of an honest citizen. His story begins long before his crimes. As a teenager, he grew up feeling invisible and rejected. Those early frustrations grew into resentment, and with time, into something far darker. When he moved to Anchorage during the economic boom of the 1970s, he found himself in a city rapidly expanding with workers, travelers, and young women who came looking for opportunity. Many were isolated, far from home, and working in nightlife entertainment. Hansen believed these women could disappear without raising alarms, and this belief shaped the monstrous routine he built over the years. He approached his victims with calculated deception, offers of rides, money, or supposed job opportunities. His behavior inside his home revealed a completely different person. Survivors later described a man who switched instantly from calm and quiet to cold and methodical. Episodes of severe abuse and extreme intimidation followed. His goal was domination, physical, psychological, and emotional. He wanted control over every breath, every moment, every attempt to resist. After subduing his victims, he took them to the wilderness outside the city, the vast forests, rivers, and mountains of Alaska. These remote areas were places he knew better than almost anyone. The same land others feared, he saw as his personal territory. He transported his victims in his small plane, navigating through isolated zones where no one would hear cries for help. Once there, he forced them into a cruel ritual. He would release the woman as if granting a chance to escape, but it was never truly a chance. It was a hunt, a deadly pursuit in his home terrain, where he held every advantage. The cruelty was amplified by planning. He prepared weapons, mapped locations, and studied the terrain. The wilderness became a silent accomplice, remote, icy, and unforgiving. Hansen treated the forest like a vast board on which he carried out his darkest fantasies. Many victims were never found until years later, when the snow melted or hikers stumbled upon shallow burial sites. For a long time, the disappearances were misinterpreted. Some officers believed the women had simply left town. Others thought the cases weren't connected. There were few witnesses and little evidence. Many victims had no close family nearby to report them missing. This lack of immediate attention gave Hansen the confidence to continue. As months turned into years, the number of missing women grew, but the truth remained buried beneath the snow. Everything began to change when small clues from different cases started aligning. Police noticed similarities in the profiles, timelines, and regions. Reports that once looked unrelated began forming a pattern, one that hinted at a predator familiar with both the city and the wilderness surrounding it. Still, without a survivor, investigators lacked the crucial piece needed to confirm their suspicions. That piece appeared in 1983. A young woman named Cindy Paulson achieved what no other victim had. She escaped. In a moment of rare distraction from Hansen, she fled barefoot and handcuffed, running through the streets until she found help. Traumatized yet determined, she gave a detailed description of her captor, his house, his behavior, the objects he used to restrain her. She described his small plane, the layout of his basement, and even the neighborhood where he lived. Her testimony matched suspicions detectives had been quietly gathering. Now they had enough to act. The investigation intensified with unprecedented focus. Officers analyzed flight records, hunting licenses, wilderness routes, past complaints, and old police reports. They retraced Hansen's movements, searched for inconsistencies, and interviewed people who had once crossed his path. Then came the search warrant. Inside Hansen's home, detectives uncovered the truth hiding behind years of deception. They found precision weapons, rifles, bows, and tools designed for accuracy. They found jewelry that didn't belong to his family, believed to be trophies taken from victims. But the most disturbing discovery was a map. A detailed map of the wilderness, filled with dozens of hand-drawn X marks scattered across remote locations. Each X represented something dark, something final, something only Hansen knew until that moment. Faced with mounting evidence, Hansen initially denied everything. He tried to maintain the mask he had worn for decades, but the map, the testimonies, the recovered belongings, and the pattern of disappearances formed an undeniable truth. After hours of interrogation, he broke. He confessed to 17 murders, although investigators believe the real number is likely much higher, given the amount of unexplained map markings that were never matched to remains. The revelations shocked the entire country. How had a man so ordinary, so trusted, managed to live a double life for more than a decade? How could someone bake bread in the morning, wave to neighbors in the evening, and disappear into the cold night with secrets no one imagines?